Hola, psychic friend peeps. Hope you're having a nice weekend. It is beautiful here in Buffalo. I just woke up from a little nap and I got to start getting ready for my gig this evening at the public house on the lake in Hamburg, which is down the lake again. Some of you, if you've seen the video I posted before, where I'm down the lake about 20 miles, so like I'm right on Lake Erie, and it's just beautiful. It's one of my favorite places to play in summer because it's so scenic. Makes you feel like well, you are on the beach, but it makes you feel like you're somewhere other than Buffalo. Um, but it's a part of Buffalo. It's just in the suburbs, the southern suburbs. Anyway, I wanted to pop on, do a quick handheld because I had a dream about Vladimir. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say his last name. And I've never dreamt about him before. I've dreamt about 45 a few times and Biden a few times, as I've detailed in previous videos. But this is my first Vlad video, and it was very interesting, and I'm still thinking about the symbolism in the dream, so I could use some help with that. In the dream, he was involved in presenting a Russian dance company at some kind of hall. Okay? Just go with me on this. I mean, he was still the leader of Russia, but he was involved. He was presenting himself as like a patron of the arts, which I wasn't buying, but he was bringing a Russian dance company, maybe a ballet company, to a hall, but it wasn't a theater. It was more like a gymnasium, and there was a stage though, so that didn't really totally make sense, like a raised stage, like in a normal theater. But otherwise, it was bleachers in the back, and then there was a large open floor, like a gym floor. And he and I were, I think we started first. We were the only people really around. We were sitting on the stage, looking out towards where the bleachers were, and it was interesting in that he was very amiable, very friendly, very. He was trying to be very suave. He didn't betray any of his obvious deviousness and narcissism and darkness. All of that was hidden, but like I knew who he was, but I was playing a role in this dream as well. It seemed to me that I was playing a role that I play in real life, which is a part-time concert promoter, and I have been involved with presenting a lot of dance at my previous job at the university. I booked from 97 to like 2019. I booked about 60, 70 dance companies on behalf of the university, and I got to really understand and know dance really well, and I know what I'm seeing when I look at it, even though I've never taken dance instruction. I think maybe I would have been a dancer in a different life if I had the skill. But I've always admired dancers, and there's a lot of crossover with musicians in terms of discipline and the time you have to put in to be really, really exceptional. And so, like, as far as like, I could always relate to them because the habits of good performers are all the same, I think. So, anyway, I'm very familiar with dance. So back to Vlad. So Vlad and I are sitting in these chairs. They're like folding chairs on the stage, looking out and having a very friendly conversation. And his face is very close to mine. And he is wearing one of the traditional Russian caps for winter. You know, those like fur-lined hats that you see. I don't know why. And it didn't seem to be. I didn't observe the temperature in there being cold or anything really. And I look out onto the empty floor and back to the bleachers, and I'm like, oh, are you going to put chairs down here in between the stage and the bleachers? And I think he said something like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't, people will be fine all the way far away from it to see it, which If you were a good and reasonable promoter, you wouldn't say something like that, because you would want people to be as close as they could be physically for a better experience. So perhaps that was a sign of his unreasonableness in the first place. But it could have deeper symbolism because of what happened next. And what happened next was, then we were standing. Sorry, I'm going to switch arms. See how this works. Then we were standing